Virginia Congressman Bob Goodlatte, Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. Great to see you today, and so glad to have this discussion with you. The president has said it's time to end chain migration. I've read that you agree. Why?
Well, I absolutely agree, because our immigration system, and I'm very pro-immigration. I used to be an immigration lawyer before I came to Congress, but it's got to be something in the national interest of the United States. Now, that means moving to a system where we admit people to this country based upon merit, based upon education, job skills, things that we need in the country, not based upon simply a chain where, in this case, a family member comes to the United States on what's called the visa lottery, a totally random choice. Then this individual who committed this attack gets to come as a family member further down the chain. So it's a perfect example of what is wrong with chain migration. It's not based upon what we need in the United States. It's based upon luck, and it's based upon family relationships instead of the kind of skilled workers and people who come to the United States to better their lives for themselves and their family through work, not to commit terrorist attacks against this country.
You know, from Catherine Herridge's reporting just moments ago, she was quoting people who have said that it's as though the suspect terrorists benefited from chain migration. Those words are chilling. Do you see it that way?
I absolutely see it that way, and chain migration takes away from the United States the ability to choose people to come to this country based upon those who are most needed here, and to do a better vetting process than we do now. And so that's why the President has, amongst the many reforms he's called for our immigration system, called for an end of chain migration, which includes these extended family members, but also includes eliminating this crazy visa lottery program.
Yeah, and you know, the President talked about today in his remarks about defense spending. Actually, that's what he was remarking about. But he brought this up at the very beginning. He said, look, we've seen two attackers recently, one of them through the visa lottery. So just what you're bringing up is part of this overall look at immigration. Critics have said that this is an overreach. I would imagine you would argue it would make us safer. How so?
Well, I don't think it's an overreach at all, because it would definitely make us safer, but it would also be better for our economy to choose people based upon people who are needed here, rather than today we give about 1.1 million green cards away a year, far and away more than any other country in the world, and only 6% to 8% of those green cards each year go to people based upon their job skills. That is simply not in the best interest of this country, to give green cards away based on lotteries and pure luck, or based upon extended family relationships. Certainly your immediate family, your spouse, your children, they should be able to join you.
The nuclear family.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. You know, I've traveled around as a military brat growing up, and now as a journalist to different countries, and I've seen many countries don't do it the way we do. Why is that?
Well, because I think they're looking out for their immigration system as something that's a two-way street. That they understand why people want to come to their country, but they also want to select people who are in the best interest of that country to come here. So some of our major economic competitors, like Great Britain, Canada, Australia, 60 to 70% of the people from those countries are admitted to those countries based upon education, job offers, and job skills. As I say, in the United States, that is less than 10%, and that just doesn't make any sense, but it also creates these unnecessary security risks as well.
What do you say to critics that level the accusation mainly against the GOP, but maybe others who have this belief in dealing with these two areas in particular, the visa lottery and chain immigration? What do you say to those critics who say, well, this isn't heart-filled, this isn't a nice way to do it?
Well, this is a sure way to make sure that we keep up our strong tradition of immigration. You know, everyone who's a U.S. citizen watching this program can go back a few generations or several generations and find someone in their family who came to the United States to better their lives for themselves and their family. But at the same time, people who are already here have an interest in making sure that the people who come here have the interest of the United States at heart, that want to come here to use their job skills and to advance the economic standing of their family. We certainly understand that. We also have people who are going to help the United States grow and keep this country more secure.